Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Station for Learning. In today's lecture, we will discuss one of the most influential literary theories of the 20th century, Russian formalism. We will cover what formalist critics do. We will cover the development of Russian formalism. We will cover important terms and concepts. We will cover the contribution of Bakhtin. We will cover the application of Russian formalism on a literary text. We will cover the differences between Russian formalism and new criticism. By the end of this lecture, you will have a clear understanding of how Russian formalists analyze literature and why their ideas remain important today. Formalist critics focus on the literary work itself rather than the author's biography, historical context, or reader response. They believe that literature should be studied scientifically by examining its form, structure, language, and literary devices, instead of asking, what does the author intend? Formalist critics ask, how does the text achieve its literary effect? Their analysis focuses on language. Their analysis focuses on narrative techniques. Their analysis focuses on imagery. Their analysis focuses on symbolism. Their analysis focuses on plot structure. Their analysis focuses on literary devices. For formalists, literature is different from ordinary language because it makes familiar things appear new and unusual. The goal is to understand what makes a text literary. Russian formalism emerged in Russia during the early 20th century, particularly between 1915 and 1930. Two major groups contributed to its development, one called Opoyaz, and the other the Moscow Linguistic Circle. Opoyaz was the Society for the Study of Poetic Language, founded in St. Petersburg. Important members included Viktor Shklovsky, Boris Eichenbaum, and Yuri Tynyanov. The Moscow Linguistic Circle included scholars such as Roman Jakobson and Grigory Vinokur. These scholars sought to make literary criticism more objective and scientific. Instead of discussing moral lessons or authorial intentions, they focused on the mechanics of literary texts. Although Russian formalism declined during the rise of Soviet political criticism, its ideas strongly influenced structuralism, narratology, and modern literary theory. Roman Jakobson introduced the concept of literariness. Literariness refers to the qualities that make a text literary rather than ordinary. The formalists wanted to discover what makes literature unique. Viktor Shklovsky introduced the concept of defamiliarization, or ostranenie. According to Shklovsky, literature makes ordinary things seem strange and fresh. For example, instead of saying the sun rose, a writer may say a golden eye slowly opened across the horizon. This unusual description forces readers to see the sunrise differently. A device is any technique used by writers to create artistic effects. Examples include metaphor, symbolism, irony, repetition, and imagery. Formalists study how these devices function within a text. Fabula and Syuzhet are important narrative concepts. Fabula is the actual sequence of events in a story. Syuzhet is the way the story is presented to readers. For example, a novel may begin with the ending and then move backward through flashbacks. The events remain the same, but the presentation changes. Formalists analyze how this arrangement affects readers. Foregrounding occurs when language draws attention to itself through unusual patterns, repetition, or stylistic techniques. It makes certain elements stand out and become more noticeable. Although Mikhail Bakhtin was not officially a Russian formalist, his ideas developed in response to formalist theories. Bakhtin criticized formalists for focusing too much on form and not enough on social interaction and dialogue. His major concepts include dialogism. According to Bakhtin, meaning emerges through dialogue between different voices and perspectives. No text exists in isolation. Every text interacts with other texts, cultures, and ideas. Heteroglossia refers to the presence of multiple voices, languages, and viewpoints within a text. Novels often contain different social dialects, diverse perspectives, and contrasting ideologies. These voices create complexity and richness. Polyphony means many voices. Bakhtin argued that great novels contain independent voices that are not controlled entirely by the author. He particularly admired the novels of Fyodor Dostoevsky for their polyphonic structure. Let us apply Russian formalism to Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. The poem describes a traveler choosing between two roads in a forest. A formalist critic would not focus on Frost's life. Instead, the critic examines literary devices. The roads symbolize life choices. An ordinary decision becomes a vivid and memorable image. The yellow wood creates strong visual imagery. Symbolism. The road symbolize alternati,